NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's go now.
Throwing to start here is Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On play action, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a first down. To throw is Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Now after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
Ready.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
You don't blue. Red cycle. Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by a South Florida native, Patrick Peterson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a touchdown.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 14, Dolphins nothing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki.
That's good for another Miami Dolphin. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Okay, ready? Field, black.
Tua going to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
52 blaster.
A run with Mostert up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Drill green. 6, red.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, here's Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first and 10, Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Cameron Bynum, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On second down, Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. Once more, it's the fullback Ham. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On the give, this is their fullback. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And, oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 14, Dolphins nothing.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Vikings.